Yeah. So how are you?
I am doing great. And how about you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. Or is this your first conversation, or you have already done many sessions?
I have taken many sessions.
Oh, then all right. Then you are an experienced person. Because most of the time people connect with me, those who are beginner, completely like zero, or you can say like their first conversation. In that way they connect. Yeah. So all right, as we are meeting for the first time, I think you know me, but I really want to know about you. So please introduce yourself.
So thank you very much for giving me this beautiful opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Bablu Kisku. I am from Hubli, West Bengal. And
Mm.
as far as my qualification is concerned, I have completed masters in English literature. And if I talk about my interest, I love to play cricket, football, and having conversation with different kinds of people. And by profession, I am a teacher. So that's all about.
Oh, all right. You are a teacher by
Yes, yes.
profession. Okay, so government teacher or you teach online, offline, like
So
normal?
I teach in a government high school.
Oh, wow. Great, sir. Thank you so much for connecting. So I am excited to know more about you, and I know that I can learn from you a lot. So, all right, you are a government teacher, right? And do you teach English also, or just you are a teacher of government school? Only you teach in school.
I teach in a government school only, and
Okay. And
I
nowadays you are learning
don't
English.
treat me as a language trainer because I
Okay.
consider myself as a beginner. Because I usually teach my students grammar part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just a beginner. You can treat me like a beginner.
Okay, okay, that's fine. I thought that you teach English. Yeah, that's why I asked. All right. So you teach grammar.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Mm,
Grammar, writing.
yeah. And when did you start learning English? Yeah,
Basically, I started learning this skill for about 5 months ago.
5 months ago. It's not that much long. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And how about your improvement? How do you feel now? And previously how was and now how?
I am feeling my improvement is going on very well. Day by day,
Okay.
I am improving. I feel that, and because
Yeah.
earlier I faced a lot of problems. I didn't have so much confidence, but
Yeah.
nowadays my confidence is very good. I can talk to you in front of many people also.
Yeah.
So
That's
for that,
very positive. Mm-hmm.
so this is my confidence. I am
Yeah.
build up my confidence.
Yeah, this is very positive way to improve, and also plus point. It is your plus point that you have connected with people like YouTubers or like co-learners, and you are practicing. This is we need initially. And can you tell me first your experience? How was your first conversation video? How did you feel, and how did you deal with that situation?
So whenever I first try to connect someone for the first time on video call, so I feel very nervousness, feel sadness.
Exactly. Hmm.
Because for the first time I had a conversation face to face on video call. So that, and other side was also very good speaker. So that's why I feel nervousness at that time.
Hmm.
And also whenever the conversation is going on for after 10 or 15 minutes, then I feel some comfortable. So
Yes.
day by day,
Mhm.
after conversation, so I am right now I am I just feel very comfortable right now.
Exactly. That's how you deal with your situation. First conversation was exactly not good. We can't expect first conversation is good or not because we are just starting time. This is starting time when we start our conversation first. So we should not expect that we will do better, but we just think about ourselves that we are confident or not, we are just able to deal with that or not, or we can interact with or not. That is we need to focus little bit and just interact. And also we make mistakes in our first conversation, so it's normal. And beginners, I always tell beginners that in that way we can improve. See, this is you are the example of the facing deal with the situation, facing the problem and dealing with the situation. This is you are the example. As you mentioned that your first conversation you were lack of confidence, you were hesitate or you were nervous, but after making few videos or after some days you see your improvement, and even you are comfortable, right? Now you are
Right.
very comfortable. So in this video people can understand their self that when you start, that's normal. First conversation not should be good, not that much, it's fine, it's totally normal. But gradually they should think about that, okay, today first conversation I have, and let's see after 15 days, let's see after 7 days, then how I will improve. Now first video and that 15 videos last video, so they will able to see huge improvement, and in that way they can observe their self, they can record, and they can understand their self improvement. And people then they will not tell that, okay, how can I start talking, or how I'm not able to talk. First you need to take action for having conversation, like you and like me. Even I took action uh, like 3 months ago, and that was my first conversation, and I was also feeling agitated or nervousness both. So now I removed and I'm dealing with my situation, and now I'm suggesting people how they can learn in this way. So now those who are beginners, I want to tell them, or those who able to speak but they are little bit feeling hesitate or scaring about how to deal with that, how to connect with people, I would say that this is your first day. To beginners, I'm sharing, I'm suggesting to beginners, this is your first day and take action today and connect with people and see how is your first conversation, and then wait for 15 days and you will see remarkable improvement. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I wanted to tell here. Yeah.
And though I know you very well from your videos, so for my viewers, could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, okay, definitely sure. Why not? So my name is Sweta and I come from West Bengal and district Jalpaiguri. So I have completed now graduation and doing masters in first year. And nowadays I'm just working on English language for my improvement, for my teaching. I started teaching also. So for that I need to prepare everything because I have learned this language by myself. So it's been 2 years that I'm working on English language, and now I can speak and I can teach people. I'm working on my communication and understanding beginners or learners what are the problems they are facing, or what I need to share them, what I need to guide them. Just I'm just learning these things nowadays, and experience what we can say experiencing these things, and also enjoying this life or this journey. And we YouTube journey also I'm enjoying nowadays. People are watching my videos and getting help from my videos, and I'm happy with that. So in that way I'm just figuring out to, for people like basically English language, what they should do, how they should start their journey, or if they are they are able to understand, they are able to read, write everything, just need to speak, and they get stuck. For them especially I tell, start having conversation, start talking with people. In that way I'm doing this work, and you can say that's all about me. And I have hobbies but I'm not focusing on that. So that's all about me. Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
also belong to Bengal medium school also.
Oh,
Earlier,
wow. Mm.
so
Yes. Oh, and also you have done your English literature, right?
yes, yes, ma'am.
How was your first experience of college life? Can you tell me?
Okay,
Because
okay, okay.
we belong to Bengali medium, all of a sudden we take English literature, and it's quite difficult for us because lectures are very difficult, and also book written very tough for me, at least for me in initial time actually. So what about you?
My college experience, I would say that very horrible. Okay.
Yeah.
At that time, I was good at grammar. I used to focus on only on grammar. So that's why I'm very good at grammar part. But in terms of
Oh.
speaking, I'm not so good. And at that time, I was also not focusing on speaking,
Mhm.
and I also didn't have any idea the importance of speaking. So
Yes, yes.
when I went to my college, so at that time the lecturers and many good students also they belong to very good speaking environment. So that's why they could speak very good English, and the lecturers so speak so well. But I was not so much able to understand at that time. Okay,
Yeah.
so I feel
Mm.
very embarrassed at that situation. Feel very embarrassing situation, I would say.
Same here. Same here. With
So
me
I
as
took
well. It happened.
myself back at that time. Took myself back at that time. I did
Mm.
not try to face in front of them. Okay,
Mm, yes.
so that's was a very horrible experiences for me. After
Yeah.
that, I realized that I should work on my speaking skill. So
Okay.
that's why learn speaking this language has become my burning desire. And
Okay.
so everybody knows that English is a global language, international language. So we have to interact or communicate with each other. So that's why I'm learning this language. And apart from that, I am blessed with a kid, and I have to give him proper English speaking background. And
Wow. Great. Mhm.
nowadays I also trying to teach my students in school in English. Okay,
Okay.
so though,
All right.
though I'm not a very good speaker, but I'm trying my level best to teach them. Okay, so that's
Mm.
why I'm learning, keep on practicing on every single day.
Yes, yes, you are absolutely right. One thing here I want to share, I observed one thing that in your experience and my experience, what I have experienced and what you have experienced while doing college life, I'm talking about while doing college, as you started learning grammar and I started learning English language. I didn't focus on grammar. So what happened? I just focused on listening, writing, speaking, reading, watching, thinking, this thing. And I was just watching videos of grammar basic things which is required in English, right? So I was focusing on that. And as you mentioned that you didn't focus on speaking part or this thing, only you focused on grammar. That is our minus point actually, and my minus point was not learning proper grammar because I was making mistakes. And also I feel that in that way also it's good. First of all, when we learn grammar, we can't use practically, right? So when we speak, that time we understand that we are making mistakes and we need to work on English, on grammar. So in that way, we can speak, we can make mistakes, and we can learn grammar at the time when we start speaking. But the thing is, when we start learning, we focus on studying, we focus on reading books, we focus on, understanding grammar structure, concept. But when we understand, how will we use? Because here what I think, when we study school subject, can we use that sentence or can we remember anything? Because that all only study part, we don't use practically that much school related books. So that's how we have to learn language and grammar both, but we need to do practically. Here important is doing practically, isn't it?
I also want to tell you one thing that earlier I had a misconception. I thought that I
Mm.
should work on my grammar part, then I start
Ah,
speaking. So,
yes,
so that
yes.
misconception took me backward at that time. Okay.
Exactly. Because we don't have that much guidance, environment, no, like, no knowledge for starting our journey. We just do here and there, we watch a lot of videos. And some people say grammar is important, some people say first start with grammar, some people say start with listening. So we just get confused. And we understand beginners also. They also feeling same problem nowadays, those who are beginner. And now we are understanding these things after making mistakes,
And
after
in those
making
days,
right.
we don't have too much gadgets, electronic gadgets, mobile, smartphone. So, so that's why I didn't have any idea the importance of
Yes,
learning this skill, and
yes,
no one around us there to motivate us to speak
exactly.
language. So that's why we are very confused at that time.
Yes, yes. Actually, that's how you did that way. But what happened? if we start our journey, we should start with grammar also. Grammar is important, of course, but we should not study like a subject. We should what? Now we are listening, watching, thinking, understanding English language, and at the same time, we need to understand grammar also, so that we can speak properly. And of course, like grammar a lot. Although when you will speak English, you will make mistakes. It's my just experience, and everyone says this. You know grammar, I know grammar, but while speaking we make mistakes,
Mm.
right? So it is
And,
a common thing.
and honestly speaking, ma'am, earlier I didn't focus on speaking skill. I did not listen at that time. And
Okay.
so nowadays I can understand that listening is the most important part. So that's why
Okay.
uh,
Mm.
I always listen a lot nowadays.
Okay, so
I
nowadays
don't,
you are focusing a lot in listening
and
part.
most of the conversational videos and podcast and also motivational speech. But the medium of learning is the language is English. Okay,
Yeah, great, great. Now
and I
you are.
also enjoy a lot. I also enjoy a lot by learning by watching those videos because I get to learn a lot of things from those videos.
Yes, yes. And you also felt that while learning initial stage, you were starting with grammar. So you were thinking that grammar is tough and English is tough because you started with grammar, right? Hello? Hello? I think network issue started or what?